This video is brought to you by CatBeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by tonight. Smackdown Live Review, September 19th, 2017. I sit here and most of the time I'm excited to talk about whatever. Something happened on the show. I can't wait to rant about it. Now, there's one thing tonight I'm going to rant about. You'll know what it is in a second. But most of the time, I sit here, I'm excited. Tonight, I honestly felt like SmackDown was trying to do their best Monday Night Raw impression. They wanted to give you the most boring show possible. And they succeeded. They did exactly that. They gave you a boring show that was uninformative and on the opposite side of newsworthy. There was nothing on this show that made me even remotely interested. I was so disinterested in this show, I had on my Astro A50 gaming headset and played Destiny while grinding public events on Destiny 2 looking for exotic engrams. That's exactly what I did all night during SmackDown Live. I had the TV on in my living room while I gamed, but was I interested in what they offered me tonight? No. Absolutely zero. This show sucks. SmackDown needs to be shaken up. They need a punch to the face because they've gotten too comfortable with where they are. And if you are okay with the current state of this show, you genuinely do not like your job. Okay? You don't. Because with the roster that this show has, if you're giving me Randy Orton and Aiden English again, that's the best you can offer me on SmackDown Live? This show sucks. There's something wrong with this show. This show has been this way. You know, they've shown moments of, okay, that's good. Oh, wow, that was good. But the majority of the time, this show sucks. And like I state every single week, it starts at the top. When you got Jinder Mahal, your WWE champion, and he's the third most important thing on this show, that's an issue. That's an issue. But this show was completely uninformative. This show was the opposite of newsworthy in every sense of the word. And I really don't even give a shit about anything on this show. That's how boring it was. We're going to go over what happened tonight because it's my job and you guys are genuinely interested in hearing what I thought. But the way the show started off, it was pretty much a precursor to how this show was going to go. You start off with something that really isn't informing me on anything new, and that sets the pace for the rest of the show. So we'll talk about everything tonight the best way we can in the quickest way possible because I really don't even want to talk about this show. But I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight, SmackDown Live. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the channel today. If you guys missed my earlier upload, I uploaded a unadvertiser-friendly video. Thank you, YouTube. I greatly appreciate that. No foul language, no cursing. But apparently, me talking about what culture is deemed unadvertiser-friendly. There you go. There's my best impersonation of a golf clap as some bum hits a birdie on a par 5 on the 14th hole. Give me a break, okay? I upload a video, I expect it to be monetized when I'm following all the guidelines. Of course not. Of course not. Don't know what I did wrong, but if you guys want to go check out my unadvertiser-friendly video today, Off the Script Extra, where we talk about Adam Blampier, Adam Pacitti, King Ross, and Jack the Jobber all leaving What Culture Pro Wrestling. So, I don't know how you guys feel about that, but What Culture may end up like SmackDown Live. As soon as they leave, goodbye. It's like they're defecting to WCW. So, we talk about that. Big shakeups in the YWC today for What Culture Pro Wrestling. We also go over the cause of death for Bobby Heenan. And we also go over a rumored big match for WWE Starrcade 2017 with the Rhodes brothers, Dustin and Cody. versus Matt and Jeff Hardy in Greensboro, North Carolina on November 25th, 2017 for WWE Starrcade. WWE rebranding Starrcade this year. So that is today's upload. If you guys want to go check that out, it will be within this video in the annotation. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell for all notifications. And if you guys want to support the show, patreon.com/JDFROMNY206. And if you guys want to get something for free and support the show just for listening tonight, all new subscribers, Audible's giving you guys 1 month free of service with 1 free audiobook. All you have to do is use our unique link, audibletrial.com/offthescript, man. So make sure you guys go and do that. Thank you to the fine people over at Audible for supporting what I do here. And let's get on with SmackDown Live, man. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the show started off with something that was not really news breaking. It really didn't further anything. It was pretty much a culmination of what happened last week with Kevin Owens destroying Vince McMahon. Kevin Owens destroyed Vince McMahon, walks up the aisleway. Stephanie McMahon crosses paths with Kevin Owens, tells him to get into the back. So obviously at that point we all knew Kevin Owens knew what he did wrong. He was going to feel some sort of remorse by taking his anger out on Vince McMahon. All the anger that has developed from what Shane McMahon did, he took out on Shane's father, Vince McMahon. So this week the roles were going to be reversed. There was going to be Shane McMahon coming out angry at Kevin Owens for what he did to Vince, and Kevin Owens was going to play the sympathetic, apologetic role here on SmackDown Live. But the show opened up with Shane McMahon not really saying anything out of the ordinary. It was very, very, very basic build towards their match at Hell in a Cell. Shane McMahon promises to take Kevin Owens directly to Hell in a Cell.
So Kevin Owens, imagine if you were at home last week as I was, sitting with your children as I was sitting with my 3 sons, and you watch someone that you love get a beat down by a coward. How would that make you feel? My kids witnessed their grandfather getting beat down in the middle of this ring, and let me promise you this: when someone disparages or crosses the line against any McMahon, as a family, we will strike out with massive vengeance. Now, Kevin Owens, I don't actually think you realize what you have done. Or maybe you have, because I'm the one standing in the middle of this ring, and thus far, you're a no-show. Kevin Owens, you just didn't beat down the chairman and CEO of WWE. You beat down the patriarch of my family. Kevin Owens, I, Shane McMahon, condemn you. I condemn you to a ruthless beating at my own hands. I condemn you to a life of pain and suffering from these hands.
Just want to throw in this little jab here. Seems like WWE for the last 5 years has given us a life of pain and suffering watching Monday Night Raw every Monday.
And I condemn...
By the hands of, you know, and Vince McMahon. They gave us a life of pain and suffering by watching that shit every Monday night. And now Tuesday night with this shit.
Condemn you to hell in the cell.
That was it. Very basic. It adds to nothing. It doesn't take this storyline into a new direction. They did whatever they did last week. They're not going to be able to top that. There's a reason why they're in Hell in a Cell, and that occurred last week. The biggest portion of this storyline happened last week. I doubt they're even going to come close to what they did last week with Vince McMahon and Kevin Owens. It's pretty much WWE now waiting week by week by week until we get to Hell in a Cell. That's pretty much all that is. So Shane McMahon telling Kevin Owens that he's going to take him directly to Hell in the Cell. And then Kevin Owens actually came out on this show, and he was joined via satellite. He wasn't even in the arena. Now, Owens apologized. He apologized. He was playing the apologetic role today. I don't have the audio. I don't have the video. WWE didn't upload it for whatever reason on their YouTube channel, at least right now while I'm recording this video. So I would have liked to bring in the audio of Kevin Owens. I don't have it right now. But he was joined via satellite, and he apologizes for what happened last week. He apologizes to the WWE Universe and to the McMahon family, but Shane, he says, had this coming. This is all on Shane. Shane drove Owens to do what he did last week. Last week, Owens was looking at Shane when he attacked Vince. He has one more apology, and it's to anyone who watches this pay-per-view in 3 weeks. What he did to Vince is nothing compared to what he's going to do to Shane. It's good that they're going to hell because people like Owens don't go to heaven. That was a damn good promo by Kevin Owens. I gotta admit. That was probably the best part of this show. So I'm liking what they're doing here. Again, this is the best thing on I was going to say Monday Night Raw. This is the best thing on SmackDown Live. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon inside Hell in a Cell. But after what they did last week, that was the culmination of this storyline. That was the purpose, to get these guys in Hell in a Cell. Now we're just taking small steps until we get to Hell in a Cell in Detroit in 3 weeks. And then that's going to be the big match that we're all waiting for. Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon inside that Hell in a Cell. Really nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary to start SmackDown Live with Shane McMahon. What I wish was different and out of the ordinary is how they book Randy Orton. My God, what are they doing? What are they doing? The roster that SmackDown Live possesses. The best you can give me on SmackDown Live is Randy Orton versus Aiden English. Are you serious? This match tonight went 7 minutes. Now, granted, there was a beautiful RKO spot with Aiden English diving off the top rope. God knows what he was trying to do to Randy Orton. He fell right into an RKO. He flew off the second turnbuckle. He flew right into an RKO out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton beats Aiden English. But what was the purpose of this match? Why? There's nobody else on the roster that you could put in there against Randy Orton. Maybe something different, maybe something new, maybe something fresh. We just seen this match like a month ago. This is the definition. This right here is the reason why SmackDown Live sucks. This is the definition of lazy. This roster is one of the most impressive that SmackDown Live has ever seen. And this is the best you could come up with? Come on, Road Dogg. You got to start using your brain. Or is the road killing you? Or is the travel killing you? Is the extra hours at the office killing you? Hand the pen over to somebody else, please, if this is the best you got. This is ridiculous. With the amount of talent that's on this roster, Aiden English is Randy Orton. Who cares? So post-match, Rusev comes down. He talks about Randy Orton turning his homecoming in Bulgaria into a disgrace. So Rusev wants to change things tonight. So Rusev gets into the ring. Randy Orton somehow agrees to fight Rusev tonight after going 7 minutes with Aiden English. He barely broke a sweat in there with Aiden English. So Rusev and Randy Orton have a match. Impromptu match tonight. Aiden English jumps up on the apron, distracts Randy Orton. Randy Orton turns around, eats a super kick by Rusev. Rusev pins him. 1, 2, 3. Remember SummerSlam where Rusev lost in 9 seconds? Well, tonight, Randy Orton lost in 11 seconds to Rusev by super kick. I want to ask everybody watching tonight. The loss to Randy Orton at SummerSlam that Rusev suffered was more damaging than anything that he did this year. You think an 11-second loss to Rusev for Randy Orton is going to do anything to Randy Orton? It's like Randy Orton is Superman and you're trying to shoot a gun at him and he's just blocking every bullet that comes at him. He takes the bullets, he crunches them into fucking dust, and then he just throws them on the ground. That's what happened here. That's what I envision when I see this result here. You honestly think, does SmackDown Live, do the people that run this show honestly think that this is justification for Rusev? I'm asking you seriously. Do you honestly think this is going to turn the tide? Do you honestly think this is going to erase what happened to Rusev at SummerSlam? Randy Orton losing in 11 seconds? So what does this mean? Okay, Rusev wins. He gets his win back. Fine. You're going to book this match inside, or I hope not. You're going to book this match at Hell in a Cell. What's going to happen? Bro, what, Randy Orton going to win again? He's going to win at the pay-per-view? Making this win that you think is so great meaningless? But honestly, does anybody think that this loss is going to do anything for Randy Orton? Does anybody think that this win over Randy Orton is going to propel Rusev into the fucking skies and make him into a main event guy? Of course not. This win did nothing for Rusev. Absolutely nothing. I just find it funny how WWE creative and the higher-ups in WWE think that they're giving some sort of justification to Rusev losing at SummerSlam in 9 seconds with this win over Randy Orton tonight. It did absolutely nothing. Nothing. I don't get it. I really don't. This feud is absolutely pointless. Pointless. It's done nothing for Randy Orton. In fact, it's probably making Randy Orton more angry than he already is and wants a move to Monday Night Raw. And it's doing nothing for Rusev. If you're not booking Rusev in the end to beat Randy Orton here in a full-fledged 15-minute drag-out affair, then what is the point here? If your main priority is not catapulting Rusev to that next level on SmackDown Live, what is the point? There is none. I doubt WWE gives the rub to Rusev. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if WWE has something against Rusev for whatever reason. I don't see Rusev coming out on top. And this win is the start of nothing. It's not going to erase what happened at SummerSlam. This was a waste of everybody's time. So don't be fooled by WWE thinking that they gave Rusev an 11-second win. It's going to do anything. SummerSlam still rings. SummerSlam is still fresh in our minds. Nobody's going to remember this. Everybody is going to remember what happened to Rusev at SummerSlam in 9 seconds in New York City. Jinder Mahal. This is the one part I want to talk about. The WWE Championship is on the line. The WWE Championship is the most important thing in this company. And I'm going to say it again. Having the title on Jinder Mahal is not only bringing this show down, it's bringing the WWE Championship down to depths that it hasn't seen in a very, very, very long time. When I think of the WWE Championship, I think of two guys who have busted their ass fighting over the championship to be the man. I want you guys to think. Whoever's a Shinsuke Nakamura fan before he came to WWE, I want you to go back to his New Japan days. I want you to go back to his glory days in New Japan. I'm a big Shinsuke Nakamura fan in the WWE. I'm not familiar with his work in New Japan outside of his match with AJ Styles. I want you guys to think back to what made you proud of Shinsuke Nakamura in New Japan Pro Wrestling. All the accolades, all the 5-star matches that I'm sure he had. Now you look at him in 2017, you think back to what he did in New Japan, you look at him now. What went wrong? What went wrong? If you are a WWE official, if you are Shinsuke Nakamura, but most importantly, if you are a WWE official, how could you be happy with the way you're booking Shinsuke Nakamura after this guy came over from Japan as one of the most heralded free agents in the world, from a promotion that gave this guy the platform to make his name known to the entire world? You're going to take this guy and you're going to put him in a feud, in a match with Jinder Mahal, with the basis of this storyline being racial and discriminatory against Nakamura's background, how he looks, how he acts. This is what you're basing this feud on. Instead of basing it on the WWE Championship, which should be the most important thing in this company. How can it be the most important thing in this company when it hasn't seen glory days in over 115 days. With this bum, Mahal, holding the title hostage. There's a reason why SmackDown Live sucks. Jinder Mahal is the number one reason. This feud is an absolute disgrace. The WWE Championship doesn't need racial and discriminatory jokes for its title match at Hell in a Cell. You want to build Jinder Mahal as a serious threat? Then build him as a serious threat. The title looks like a joke now. You're making it look even worse with the dialogue and the direction of this storyline. I'm going to play to you what Shinsuke Nakamura had to go through tonight at the hands and the mouth of Jinder Mahal. This was a disgrace to the point where people in Oakland started chanting, "That's too far." I'm embarrassed that WWE gave this guy the verbiage that they gave him tonight and made the title look like complete and utter garbage. They should be ashamed of themselves. And I hope to God that their priority now is getting the title off this guy. Because this guy is an absolute disgrace to not only the title, but to this brand. He is garbage. This is Jinder Mahal going over how the fans are going to turn on Shinsuke Nakamura if he wins the WWE Championship. Jinder Mahal insulting Shinsuke Nakamura.
I know it's hard to believe, but some of you people were in an absolute uproar over what I said last week about Shinsuke Nakamura.
No, I'm in an uproar that you're the WWE champion. I don't give a fuck what you said.
But at least his face is still full of delight.
Making fun of the man's face.
And apparently he is also very angry. Here is his angry face.
Whoever finds this funny or entertaining, you're just as bad as Mahal.
I bet half of you people are jingoistic and believe the fine people of Japan feast on feline and dine on dolphin. Your prejudice is all that Shinsuke Nakamura has to look forward to. You people will turn on him just like you turned on me. You deserve better. The man is an artist. And here is his artistic face.
I'm not laughing. I didn't laugh once during this entire segment. This is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
And after I beat him at SummerSlam, here is his defeated face.
This is what the WWE Championship. This is the storyline for the WWE Championship.
Shinsuke, you always look the same.
You always look the same. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is the WWE Championship. This is the prestige of the WWE Championship. And the build for this title match includes lines like that. I'm absolutely speechless. Absolutely speechless. Then there'll be some dumbass in the comment section. Oh, JD, he's getting heat. I don't give a shit if he's getting heat. That's not the point I'm trying to make. You didn't see AJ Styles doing this with the WWE title. What gives this guy the right, and what gives SmackDown the right to book the title like trash? What a disgrace! If the title wasn't disgraced enough by this guy holding it, This made it so much worse. Garbage. This feud, Jinder Mahal and the WWE title are garbage. The number one thing that this brand needs to do is take this title off of Jinder Mahal. They all look the same. If you're Nakamura and you're coming over from Japan with the sole intention of fighting the best that this company has, and you gotta be put into this bullshit storyline with dialogue like that, what is going through your mind? They all look the same. When Nakamura goes back to Japan, you're gonna date back to this promo, and you're gonna know why.
See, Nakamura, these people, they chant your name. They sing along with your entrance music. They do this deep down to hide their own xenophobia. These people are not worth it, Shinsuke. Behind your back, they're saying you get your hair cut by a dog groomer.
God, the Cringe Brothers are so awful.
They call you Mr. Miyagi.
Wax on, wax off. Look. Disgrace. I am embarrassed that this man is holding the WWE Championship.
If you think that's too far, wait till you hear what I say in my language of Punjabi.
You know what? We're not going to listen to what you got to say in Punjabi. Promo's over. Because I couldn't give one single fuck about what this guy says in his own language. This is trash. For all you Jinder Mahal supporters out there, this guy has not only brought SmackDown Live down into hell, the depths of which it's struggling to come out of, he's also made the WWE Championship look like a complete joke. When you got Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon fighting over not a title, but it's just a personal vendetta, when that's more important. When the U.S. title with Ty Dillinger and Baron Corbin is being contested over the U.S. title, and that's more important. When you got the Universal Championship on Monday Night Raw, obviously more important between Strowman and Lesnar. The Intercontinental Championship even looks better, and that's being booked like shit too. That title looks better than the WWE Championship. The fifth most important thing on this company's list is the WWE Championship, and this promo and this feud is the outcome of that. This is the reason why. This is bullshit. Whoever laughed at that, whoever thought this was funny, whoever thought this was a great way to get heat, it's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace to everything that WWE Championship is. I hope this guy loses the title and he never, ever graces us as a champion again. I can't wait for this guy to lose. And there's a reason why this guy's going on a t-shirt. He honestly needs to get off my TV. So that was that. Speaking of the U.S. title, AJ Styles comes out for his title defense against Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin it's not really a U.S. Open challenge. You know, U.S. Open challenge, the best thing about the U.S. Open challenge is the surprise. Who's challenging next for the United States Championship? Baron Corbin says, I'm the one who's going to be challenging for the U.S. title next. I'm going to accept your U.S. Open challenge. Kind of defeats the purpose of the U.S. Open challenge if you ask me. But before his match with Corbin, Styles says Kevin Owens has bitten off more than he can chew. He attacked the man who is responsible for all of us being here tonight. As for Baron Corbin, AJ is tired of him trying to shortcut his way everywhere. The big bad wolf can huff and puff, but he'll never blow down the house that AJ Styles built. Kind of corny, but I guess it makes sense if you're talking about the lone wolf, Baron Corbin. Whatever. So we got AJ Styles and Baron Corbin. This match never got underway. It never got underway. Styles and Corbin never had the match because Ty Dillinger runs in and jumps on Corbin. He hurts his ankle, does Corbin. So Ty Dillinger is now paying back Baron Corbin for what he did to him last week. AJ is running up for a forearm and then does the forearm and then does a calf crusher on the bad leg that Baron Corbin is selling. So the match never took place. So post-break, Corbin isn't happy. He is interviewed by Renee Young. He blows off Renee Young. He is not really wanting to answer her questions. How does he feel? My leg is hurt. Ty Dillinger poked his nose into business where it doesn't belong. I didn't get my U.S. title match. So that pretty much was the basis of that. And what I see coming out of this is I'm glad Ty Dillinger's not done with this. I'm glad Ty Dillinger is fighting for himself and being utilized in this United States Championship feud, because I don't want to see Baron Corbin versus AJ Styles one-on-one. I think if they do a triple threat match with Ty Dillinger, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, it'll be a little bit more intriguing that way. And I think it would be a definitely nice touch for Hell in a Cell. And the fact that Ty Dillinger's there, that makes me happy. Finally, WWE is doing something with him because he's been wasting away doing absolutely nothing. Much better to add Ty Dillinger into a match that nobody's interested in and make it a triple threat match. Charlotte came back, and it was honestly good to see her tonight on SmackDown Live. She's been gone for about 6 weeks, but she wanted to let everybody know that Ric Flair is doing well. He's healing up, and he's making a comeback. Of course, Ric Flair is making a comeback. Since she's been gone, Charlotte has learned how fragile life is, and from now on, she's going to make the most of every moment that she can. So Natalya comes out, and she says that she's here to host the first ever celebration of women. I wish YouTube would do the same, because every time I put a woman on a thumbnail, it's automatically demonetized. Go figure. There's a covered-up picture of Natalya that she unveils in the middle of the ring. She had this big poster board in the ring. She uncovers it, and it's Natalya's picture of herself. Charlotte likes the picture. It says that she's coming for the Women's Championship on SmackDown Live. So obviously this brings out Becky Lynch. She says the title is coming back to its proper owner. And then Naomi comes out. She calls Natalya a crazy cat lady and throws her glowing hat into the title hunt. So then Tamina, of all people, comes out and just ruins the entire segment because nobody gives a shit about Tamina and Lana. They interrupt this to say Tamina should get the title shot. I don't know what drugs you've been taking, Lana, but nobody wants to see Tamina get a title shot ever. I don't think anybody wants to see Tamina on SmackDown Live. I don't think anybody wants to see Tamina on the roster. I don't even want to see Tamina employed by a wrestling company. She sucks! Natalya leaves, starts yelling that she's not a crazy cat lady. So cue Daniel Bryan, one of these lazy WWE segments. You got one between Charlotte and Natalya, and then Becky's music hits, out comes Becky. Naomi's music hits, out comes Naomi. Tamina's music hits, out comes Tamina. Daniel Bryan's music hits, out comes Daniel Bryan, makes the match. My God. The formulaic nature of these shows is nauseating. Daniel Bryan comes out to make a multi-woman match, a fatal four-way, to crown a number one contender tonight in the main event. Ooh. I wonder who's going to win that one. New Day versus the Hype Bros. Bro, the Hype Bros are garbage. Usos are sitting at ringside on commentary. Midnight Hour to the Broski. Zack Ryder at 6 minutes and 26 seconds. That pretty much was it. Kofi hits a running dive over the top rope onto Mojo, leaving Ryder to take the Midnight Hour for the pin. So the breakup is inevitable. Zack Ryder does not look like a happy camper teaming with Mojo Rawley anymore. Mojo Rawley seemingly getting pissed, saying that drastic changes need to be made. Don't know what that means, but we'll see what that has to do with the Hype Bros. I can see Zack Ryder making a heel turn, bruh. Broski! Go to Long Island, have a Long Island iced tea, come back, be a heel, and maybe WWE will push you into something. Maybe. I hope so. Probably not, though. Naomi, or actually not before the women's match, because I'm sure you guys can't wait to see who won that one. Dolph Ziggler comes out. This was the worst segment that Dolph Ziggler's done in the weeks that he's been doing these entrance mocks. Comes out, says that he's the best in-ring performer ever. Dolph, you taking the same drugs as Lana? Because, you know, you're a good wrestler and all, but the best ever? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't make me look like an idiot, bro. Best in-ring performer ever, he says. Entrances mean nothing, he says. So he comes out and spits shit to the crowd. He goes back. Arena goes dark. He comes out doing a Triple H entrance. Then he says, oh, look, I can run NXT now. Ziggler then stops the show, and he goes back again, comes out, and he dresses up as Shawn Michaels. Ziggler says that he can feel himself losing his smile. So then he does one more. Lights go out, goes to the back, he comes out, and he does a whole D-Generation X-like entrance. So Ziggler's 2 words for you are, instead of suck it, it's who cares. He wants to know who is supposed to care about 2 dads trying to sell you stuff. Ziggler is the best ever, and the fans couldn't care less about Dolph Ziggler. Dolph, you want to know why they couldn't care less? Because of the bullshit that WWE's got you doing. Bro, I hope you have Matt and Nick Jackson's phone number on speed dial, bro. They're waiting for you. New Japan's waiting for you, bro. Give Cody a call, bro. You know? Something's got to happen. Anyway, this is all leading to the glorious one, Bobby Roode. He's got a nice little t-shirt, new t-shirt out. I think I got a cop from WWEshop.com. That and the Elias t-shirt I got to get. So Ziggler is probably, he's talking about these elaborate ring entrances. There's only one man with the greatest ring entrance in WWE right now. It's Bobby Roode. So you know that's going to eventually lead Bobby Roode to come out. Bobby Roode's been off TV for 3 weeks now, and I honestly don't mind. I don't mind. Because what would you have him doing anyway? These shows are so bad, what would you have him do? Not much of anything. So Ziggler and Bobby Roode looking like it's going to be for Hell in a Cell. The women's match, which I'm sure you guys are so thrilled to hear about. Oh my God, JD, who won it? Well, I don't know. You know, Charlotte came back to give you an update on Ric Flair. Everybody loves Ric Flair, right? They want to build sympathy with Charlotte. Why wouldn't they give it to Charlotte? That was my first thought, and that's exactly what they did. Naomi, Charlotte, Tamina, and Becky Lynch. There was one point in this match where Tamina, I swear to God, WWE was going to give me a heart attack. I honestly thought they were going to go with Tamina winning this match. Tamina gave a Samoan drop to Becky and then hit a Superfly splash for a 2, which I thought was over. I'm like, this cannot be. I was in mid-Crucible match, and I had to put my controller down, and I was shot dead because I was AFK in the game. And I'm like, are you kidding me? What happened? Thank God she kicked out. Naomi made the save. Lana pulls Naomi outside, but the distraction lets Charlotte kick Tamina in the face for the pin, and she's getting a title shot at Hell in a Cell. Charlotte is the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. I wonder who's going to win that match at Hell in a Cell. You know? It's all we need now. Charlotte's father got ill. He came out and is going to make a full recovery. So let's give her the Women's Championship. Finally, they're doing something with Charlotte. But I wish it was in a way that kind of doesn't make it obvious because they want to reward her they want to reward her for feeling bad about what happened to Ric Flair. Come on. Is that where they're going with this? I don't mind Charlotte being the champion, but you got to get there in a much better way. Come on. SmackDown Live Women's Division and the Raw Women's Division right now. I couldn't give a single flying fuck about either division. Things need to change, a shakeup needs to be done, and the women need to start being booked better, man. In more serious storylines, and we need to start seeing more competitive matches. I feel like they are wasting everybody. I honestly feel like they're wasting everybody. They don't know what to do with anybody. It's like they're purposely just trying to get through these weeks without a care in the world. Like I said, they are in a comfort zone. They need a punch to the face, a few punches to the face, to wake them up and start booking this show the way it was being booked earlier this year. What happened? That's your SmackDown Live. Literally nothing on this show you're going to be talking about tomorrow at school, at lunch, in the office, on the train, on Twitter. I didn't even tweet. I barely tweeted. Why? Because nothing happened. Nothing happened. This round in California, Monday Night Raw in San Jose, SmackDown Live in Oakland. 2 disappointing shows this week. Thank God we got NXT tomorrow. But I'm out of here, guys. Thank you guys so much. I will be live on Twitch tomorrow with NXT reactions. Make sure you guys join me on Twitch, twitch.tv/JD from New York. If you guys enjoyed the video and this review, hit that thumbs up down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. Make sure you guys check out that Audible link and get your free book today. audibletrial.com/offthescript. Subscribe down below. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. And I will be back tomorrow with more great content right here on the channel. I'm JD. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow for NXT.